Hello traders and welcome to using ChatGPT on order flow. Okay, so at first I'm going to assume that you have found a coin and you want to put that coin into mobchart.com into the chart. This is a free charting site for order flow. You put in that coin that you like. For me, it's going to be TRB. After you do that, what you can do is if you have ChatGPT-4, you can click this handy button right here, copy image, and you're done. You do not need a screenshot. This is going to get you a much better, cleaner screenshot than what you'll be able to come up with. So you push picture, you push copy image. Let's go talk about the interpretation now with this. So I actually gave it a code for how to read order flow, and the things it started doing was actually quite impressive. So I had to tweak it a little bit because it did make some mistakes. It kind of didn't always understand some things, but then I want to show you guys a trade that it took that after I gave it all this correct code analysis, it was pretty impressive. So here's what I did. I gave it this picture right here. I gave it a code of how to interpret this, basically my belief on order flow, with shifting of bids, offers, colors, what that all means. Now, for those that don't know, these two yellow lines collectively were about $100 million worth of bids. This is a very good buying opportunity, right? Because this is $100 million worth of bids, those yellow lines, on the spot market, non-leveraged. And what it said was actually incredibly intelligent. So it found out that there was actually a very large order at 30,800, which is true, that it did not make that up. All of this I agree with, really. You can see here, it also said that it wanted a little bit more data to see the historical shifts in orders, which is a very smart thing to say. It says here, based on the chart's upward movement, it suggests that bids might have shifted higher, which is bullish, and offers might have shifted higher or remained constant, which is bullish. This is really good insight. It's treating this very intelligently. And look, there are bids. There are clearly bids shifting higher and offers that are stagnant or shifting higher. So this was very intelligent, definitely very smart. So after it did that, I said, okay, give me a take profit and a stop loss based on this intelligent analysis. And what it did was actually really cool. It said, I want to go long right now at 31,461. Now, I want to have a take profit at about 32,200. Now, remember that this is the data that it had previously. So it actually wanted, for some reason, to take profit right above all of that resistance, which I think is actually not a bad idea, assuming that all that liquidity is filled and we go to 32,200. Now, its stop loss placement was actually very elite and very human in a way. Human in a good way, though. It wanted to put a stop loss at 30,750. Why is that so good? Why is that so important? Well, remember there's a large $50 million bid at 30,800, which it knew. Because there's such a large bid there, it thought, why not just put a stop loss $50 below? It gives you some breathing room in case the bid gets filled. And this was a very intelligent trade. So now that I basically had the correct prompt to code it, which is this right here, which I'll post in the Discord, I continue to use it, and it's been pretty strong. It's been pretty good. Usually, I tried it with this. This one wasn't as good. I think it likes better the full view like this rather than me isolating. I think that might be a little bit confusing. But yeah, and this one I think did okay. It said take profit 6.45 on cyber and stop loss is 6.05. This would have, neither would have hit. But yeah, I think that the best thing to do with this is, what you want to do is you want to take what I wrote right here. We're going to copy that. After I copy that, I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to give you guys an example. And then the final thing I'm going to say here is, let's do Shift Enter. And I'm going to say, give me a trade you would take with a stop loss and a take profit. Okay, now let's go find a chart for it to analyze. So let's go look at TRB, and just to make things easy, I'm going to give it this current chart. What I would say about this is a very complicated order flow chart. It's very bright. I don't know why it just got so bright, but there are a lot more limit sells than limit buys, which is a little bit complex because there's also a lot of bullish momentum, which can make things a little bit more difficult. Because basically you have all of these limit orders preventing price from going higher, but at the same time, a lot of eager buyers. And that can be, who knows which side wins. A good order flow situation, guys, is when you have a lot of strong limit sell orders and a lot of eager sellers, then you're just happy to short. Or a lot of buyers coming in and a lot of bids would be very clean as well. But this is definitely not an easy read for it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a picture that I kind of like just for this example. Let's give it, how much data do I want to give it? I'm going to give it that. And I'm going to take a picture. So again, we click screenshot, we click copy image, and I just throw it in right there. Wait for that to load, and we submit. And we're going to see what it tells me to do, and I will take a trade immediately. So this is not an easy thing for anyone to do. This is a lot of rules. This is a lot of different interpretations, but it works. I mean, it works well. It worked well in Bitcoin. I would actually agree. I would be a little bit more bullish, actually. I do think that would make sense, especially with the momentum to the upside. Let's go see what it's saying here. Yeah, there is some bright green, but it's mostly brighter red. Oh, it said that they're a brighter red. Yeah, okay. I want you to clarify that. And that is incorrect. There are definitely pronounced yellow and orange lines above the current price. You can see the orange lines right there. But maybe just the coloring of it wasn't really able to understand it. Very tight stop loss. So it wants me to buy right now and have a take profit at 119.5 and a stop loss at 110.5. And I like how good it's summarized this as well. This has a very good risk reward, but I think that this would have worked a lot better on something like Bitcoin, Because I think that this stop loss is just very, very, I think 110.5 is very likely to be hit, but this really does want me to long it. So, you know what? What I'll do is we're going to enter into 1. We'll see how this does. I'm just going to mark order 1 TRB. Done. You hear the loud click. Maybe not the best price to do it at, but I'm just going to do what the bot told me to do. My take profit's at 119.5, and my stop loss is simply at 110.5. So either, I make 3x that I lose if I were to lose, including fees. So 110.5 and 119.5 is what it wanted me to do. I have that all set up right here. Okay? With my order at 112.665, and it wanted me to enter 112.84. So I did get a better price than even what it wanted. So this is the way you can do it. You can see here it didn't do as good of a job at analyzing it. Maybe if I had given it a little bit more data, like I had given on Bitcoin with 1 minute. I mean on the 15 minute. For example, if I give it the 1 hour on, let's say, TRB, I wonder what it'll do with that. So this is just, there is so much going on in this picture. It's even hard for my human eye to comprehend. But let's go see what it would say to take a position based on here. Because if it tells me to, stay long, then I'll stay long. If it tells me to go short, I would rather have its 1 hour analysis than its, than its previous one. I'm going to say do the same analysis, or let's not do that. Let's just copy paste. Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy you. I'm going to paste you right here. I'm going to go there, and the only thing we have to do is just copy image, paste, done. Okay? Mob charts and TradingView, but mob charts especially makes it very easy just to copy the image and just throw it into ChatGPT. So I have, my position's at break even right now, essentially, I think. Yeah, it's at break even. Oh, we're up money a little bit. We'll see if this trade works, but it's kind of a goofy trade. I wonder what it says here. It still wants to buy 112.34 with a stop loss at 108 or 107.5 and a take profit at 120. Yeah. Give me more of an order flow analysis based on what I previously told you. In the previous prompt. Okay. Let's see if you can give me some more details here. And what it's interpreting right now is the 1 hour time frame, guys. It's not looking at the 1 minute. So let me see if I agree with all this. Bright green walls below current price indicating strong buy. Yeah, there 100% is here. I agree with you there. Yep. That is very basic, but I don't think anyone would disagree with you there. Stacking orders means increasing liquidity, meaning increasing your order size. Yep, this is all pretty good. Large yellow below current price. Where's the yellow? I don't really see any. I think that's above, not below, but all right. 108 and 120 are what it cares about. It wants me to have my stop loss at 107.5, my take profit at 120 because of the strong sell wall there. Is there a strong sell wall at 120? Let me go check. Yeah, there is an orange line at 120 indicating a very large sell. Oh, this is interesting. It's giving me scenarios too. If you see more bright green forming, shifting higher, then yeah. Okay, so that's basically, I think, this is one of the better ways that it can interpret order flow. What I will say is I have had better experience with this for some reason on Bitcoin than I did on altcoins, but still it can provide you some pretty good trades. Where was the Bitcoin one? The Bitcoin one that was right here was really, really intelligent. Yeah, this one right here. And the picture that I gave it, if you guys want to recreate it, is just here. Maybe this is a simpler picture. It's more defined, I would say. But we will see if this trade does pan out. Now, you don't have to use mob charts. You could also use bookmap. But when you do that, it's super important to have a prompt like the one that I gave, this prompt right here, so that it knows what to look for. And if it can do that, then it can do a lot. So this is really, I think this is really going to help me with order flow. I prefer to typically do my own order flow analysis, but I think it is good to get an AI's opinion every now and then. So yeah. So this is how you do it. You will have to have GPT-4, but I hope that this video was helpful. And I will be posting this prompt in Discord so you can quickly copy paste it. I'm also going to hold this silly little one contract trade. I don't really care if I lose or make $6, so we're going to keep this on. Currently, we're still at break even. Nothing's really happening here. Maybe we'll go to 120 and I get lucky with that. Maybe we don't, but it doesn't really matter to me either way because the amount's so tiny. But yeah, I think that 120 is probably a good place to take profit. We maybe pop off to like 121 and then stall. That would make sense. So that's going to be all for today's video. I hope that this was helpful. I'll post that prompt, and to everybody to the moon. Happy trading, guys.